What's up, YouTube? We're back with another video, and I am going to show you guys today how to read an options contract. A lot of times I see people information on something that you can't even see, that you can't comprehend with. I am actually in an options play, like this is live, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what it looks like and how to read the contract so that you won't get tripped up. This is something that took me a while to understand and put all the numbers together. There's a bunch of moving parts when you trade options, so I'm gonna try to make it as easy as possible as I can for each and every one of you. And if you're ready, set, let's get it. All right, so we're gonna start off by going to your friendly neighborhood app, Robinhood. So I'm gonna open Robinhood, and I am actually currently in a play. I am in American Airline calls right now. So what I'm gonna show you guys is how to read this, right? So starting at the very top, we have AAL, $12 call, $4.70, right? So let me break that down one by one, how to read this. So for starters, the ticker is AAL. What a ticker is it's just a company. It's just abbreviation for a company, right? So AAL, $12 call, $4.75. So I am in the $12 calls of AAL, which is American Airlines. I'm in the $12 calls, and I pay, and it's currently trading at $4.70, right? And to give you a little bit more, go in a little bit more detail about that, I'm gonna scroll down and show you guys my actual position and break this down as best as I possibly can. I didn't have this when I was learning, so I'm trying to give you guys the information, straight bars, no fluff. We're gonna go right into it. All right, let's do it. All right, so this is my actual position, right? So let's start from the top left, right? My position, contracts, it says plus 31. So I'm currently in 31 contracts of the AAL $12 calls. And you can see that at the very top in the middle. It's not even gonna let me overlap it because, okay, it's fine. So I am in 31 contracts, and my average cost for all of those contracts came out to be $3 even, or $300, because for every one contract, it equals 100 shares. So you have to kind of do the math in your head, but it's pretty easy. Just take the period out, right? So $300 per contract, and that was me scaling in to contracts. So I think I started at like 340, and then 310, and then I got some more in at 3.05, and at 3.0, and at 2.60. When I bought all of those together, I have a combined average of $300 per contract. And if you do the math, it's always gonna be off a little bit in these brokerage accounts. I also use Webull and Thinkorswim and Robinhood, and the math is always off just a little teeny bit because these numbers are constantly moving while we're talking, right? So the date I bought my very first contract is right below, is May the 30th. The AAL break-even price, I don't even know why that's there, because that's not true. We've already hit past the break-even point, and they're not even at $15.05. So don't worry about that so much, because that's, like I said, the numbers are sometimes always off. But in order to do this math, right? So if you wanted to do so today's return, I'm currently down 1%, or the equivalent of $155, right? AAL is currently trading at $13.79, or now $13.80. Like I said, this is real time. So you would do this. You would take, so the number is 5423. So let's just say 5,400, right? Total return, right? In order to get that number, you would do this. Take these numbers on your screen. You would take the average cost, which is 300, and you will multiply it by the number of contracts that you have, which is 31. So let's do this. We go 300 multiplied by 31, 9,300. I'm sorry, that's how much I put in. I'm sorry, That is how much I put in. So you take I don't know why I said that. That's how much I initially started in with my position, right? And then you'll add the rest to get the market value. So if this is my initial position, so I did 300 because that was my average cost, and I have 31 contracts. So you multiply 300 by the 31, and that's gonna tell you how much money I started with in this position, right? So I put in 9,300, and if you go and you take the 9,300 plus what you're up currently, so 9,300 plus 5,400, it should give you the market value. 9,300 plus 5,400 equals 14,700. Bam. And you look at the market value and it says 14,700. Sorry about that. It's not that I get it confused. It's just when I talk, I'm all over the place. So you take the contracts, 31, you multiply it by 300 or $3. I would do 300 because every contract is equal to 100 shares, right? And you get the 9,000 number. You take the 9,000 number and you add your total return, which is here. You add your total return to the 9,000 number, which is here, and you get 14,700, which is right here at market value. And current price, you can also do it this way too. So you got the current price, which is 4.75. Current price is right beside the contracts here, 4.75. If you go over a little bit, you can't see my hand, but 4.75. And then you can take the 4.75 and you can do the difference between what you paid and the current price right now, right? So it's at 4.78 or 400, let's just call it what it is, $478 or $473 right now. And I paid an average cost of $300. So that's a difference of $173. So you can do $173 times 31 and see what that number gets you. 173 times 31 equals $5,363. And if you go back to what you have currently made in this options position right now, it should be somewhere along the lines of $5,300. Somewhere along the lines, right? So it's at 5,500 now, but it also went to 4.75. But like I said, the numbers are always gonna be off a little bit. That's just how the brokerages are. Especially on mobile, they get a little wonky sometimes, but just around that area is where you're supposed to be. So I hope all of this makes sense. If you guys want, I can go over it again. And yes, this is how the numbers move. One minute you'll be up $500 and the next minute you'll be down $300. In this game, it is all about controlling your emotions. All right, so for everybody who wasn't with me the first time, let's go over it one more time to make sure you understand it completely. So we have 31 contracts. We paid an average cost of $300 per contract, or it says right there $3. But remember, one contract is equal to 100 shares. So you have to multiply that $3 by 100, which is 300, right? 31 contracts, $300 each. I purchased them on May 30th. That's when I purchased my very first contract. It doesn't account for the other days that I was buying contracts and scaling into my position. It only calculates when did you buy your very first contract, and that was on May the 30th. The AAL break-even price, don't worry about that. So the top, at the very top where it says AAL $12 call, that's what the price is currently, $4.70 or $470. And you'll see the current price is at the top, and it's also right beside the number 31. Wait, can y'all see if oh, y'all can, okay, bet, perfect. So yeah, it's here, 31 at 300 each. If you want to find out how much money I put in this position, or anyone put in this position, whenever they show this screen, you can multiply the contracts right here, which is 31, by this number, how much your average costs. So if you do 31 times 300, this is going to give you the number that you start, that the initial position that you put in. This is your money that you put in order to get this position started, right? So 31 times, what was it? 31 times 300. 31 times 300 equals 9,300. So initially I went in with $9,300 in this position, right? Now to get the difference between what you went in with and the current price, you would take the 9,300 and you would add your total return to it. So you take them, so basically, essentially, you would take the money that you already put in to get the position started, and you take your total return, which is this number here. You take those two numbers, and it should equal this number here. So you take the, what number was that? 9,300, and then you would add 9,300 to the 5,516. So 9,300 plus 5,516 equals 14,816 here. Like I said, the numbers are always gonna be off a tad bit. It's always gonna be off a tad bit, but you should be in the ballpark figure, give or take a few $100, right? And this is the expiration date. So this is the day that your contracts expire. So I bought these in May of 2024. They don't expire until December 18th, 2026. So we have a little bit more than, what is this? October 30th. So like 2 years and 1 month. Maybe 2 years and 2 months almost, roughly. That's when they expire. So especially if you were in a position like this, not necessarily a bottom tick per se, but definitely was a good entry. And that's how you read it. If you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm interested in teaching so many more people about how to trade stocks. I kind of never took that leap. I never took the leap, but now I'm taking the leap. Right, we're getting heavy on the YouTube videos, and I want to teach you guys how to read this information, how to interpret this information, and how to apply this information after you have all the necessary essentials that you need. So currently today's return, I'm only up $93 or 0.63%, which is now I have zero return on today's options contract, but they're trading at 4.75. This is another way you can do it. You can take the 4.75, which is the current price, and you can do the difference between the average cost and the current price. So 4.78, let's just say $478, and I paid $300. So that's a difference of $178. So you can do $178 times $31 and see what number it gives you. 178 times 31, and that should be what you are currently up in this position. That's the difference between what you paid and what you're currently up. So if you go back, then the total return, once I go back to this other screen, the total return should be close to this 5,500 number, give or take a few $100. Just like I said, it's wonky sometimes. 5,500 on the dot, 55, 16, 14. So if you guys have any further questions on how to read this, I hope this helped. These are the spreads. I'm not going over that today. That's going to be that's going to be a different YouTube video, but this is how it looks. This is how it looks when you trade options. And I'm also going to show you guys how to use Webull too. It's going to be in a different video, but I hope this video helped. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tune in to the next YouTube video. Just like that, we are out. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Like, it's tough to knock these videos out, but like when I get in front of the camera and I press record, I have no choice but to talk. It's like I'm forcing myself to talk. So, and the only thing that I'm doing is just cutting the camera on and pressing record. And then I kind of just go off on this rant from there, right? But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I think what I'm gonna start doing is showing you guys like some of my favorite systems from all times. I'm gonna somehow incorporate the stock market with the video game content and see how you guys enjoy that. And I haven't seen a lot of people. I haven't seen anyone, not anyone. The idea that I have in my head that I'm gonna show you guys is going to be mind blowing. Wait until we get like in a row with these videos. I'm gonna show you guys something that's gonna blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Watch what I show you. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You take care. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And we will see you next time. Peace. Peace. All right. I'm acting silly now. Y'all take care.